All right, do not get used to this, but I have a book haul. I have a lot of books. I'm very excited. I just came home from work. It's a little warm outside, that's why I'm a little flushed. I also had to parallel park, which I'm okay at. But I did it. Took me 2 tries. I didn't let myself get flustered because honestly, parallel parking's just hard, man. But that doesn't change the fact that I came home to book mail, and this is the last book mail before I move. And hopefully for a while, because the libraries are back. But I did buy a bunch of books. And the first stuff I'm going to mention is from Sister Sci-Fi. So this is a store I learned about. It's an online store, Black-owned, from Injiri, from Onyx Pages. I will have the store linked and Injiri's stuff linked down below, as always, and they're amazing. So I'd been eyeing a few books off their website for a couple months. They have really good prices for things I like. And I'm just like, no. And then June happened, and I'm like, I'm buying books. I feel horrible. The world is horrible. Everything's on fire. I'm buying books. Now, unsurprisingly, I think they had a lot of people buying books from them, which was awesome. And it'd been like a month, so I was like, hey, Isis, it's been a while. I was just curious about when to expect the books. It's okay if it's late. I'm just moving in a few months, so I just don't want it to show up at my old apartment, Nothing crazy. I don't need these books, ASAP. I have so many books I want to read. And instantly, she got back to me. She's like, oh, it's on their way. And when I opened it today, so I had ordered 2 books. One, the hardback version of The Deep by River Solomon. This is a gorgeous book. It is so, I don't know if you can tell how shiny it is, how soft it is. It's iridescent. I am obsessed. And I'd been wanting to get this book, but it's hard for me to spend a lot of money on a novella just because it's not as big. But I loved this story, and I'm excited to add this because I have a bunch of novellas down here in my bookshelf, and I'm excited to add this because, yeah, it's gorgeous, and the story is so quality. I talk about it in a vlog, so if you don't know this story, by River Solomon. So it's about a species of humanoid, mermaid-like people. I forget the name of them. It's always hard for me to figure it out. It's the Wajinru. Yeah. And you have the main character, who are Yetu. It's been a month or so, and I'm bad at names right after I read them, but you have Yetu, and she is the memory keeper of her people, and her people have quite a traumatizing past. She's also hypersensitive, and a combination of this means that when she does I think it's called the remembrance, but it might be called something else, but this event is when she gives the memories back to the people so they can remember where they came from, who they are, because the idea of who you are is based off your ancestry, your experience, your heritage is pretty strong here, and it takes a lot for Yetu to want to come back, to take the memories back, because it's such a load on her. And the story, the world building, all of that in just this much space, in my opinion, was pretty near perfect. Not everyone loves the ending, but I really liked it, and oh, it's so quality, guys. I don't even know. So, very excited about this. I was already excited to get this because I've been wanting it, and now I have it. But, so I was on the site, and I couldn't not get N.K. Jemisin's How Long Till Black Future Month, but I originally ordered the paperback because they only had the paperback, or the paperback was much cheaper. And because, I guess, of the wait, they upgraded me to the hardback, and it's what I wanted, and I'm just so happy, because if you're new here, well, you're about to find out how much of a Jemisin fan I am. But this is her short story collection that I've been itching to get to, especially after hearing Injiri talk about it in their wrap-up. If I can find it, I will put it down below, because I think they did a good job selling to me why I should pick it up. I mean, I was going to anyways, but I think Injiri really highlights some of the stories you're going to get. And yeah, I'm just very, very excited. But that's not it. So those were the books I ordered. One is upgraded. I also got this really cool, cute bookmark. I'm really happy about it. It's a really good material too, so it's not super floppy. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this bookmark. I'm going to put it with the rest of my bookmarks later. But also, this is gonna just have to go on the wall somewhere, but this amazing postcard, it is beautiful. I love the art. I was not expecting this. So Thank you, Sister Sci-Fi. They are a great bookstore, and I will be buying from them again next time I feel like buying books, which is not often. So yeah, now to get into the rest of the haul, I used Book Depository, some Amazon, and then, what was the other one I used? Oh, one was just a Goodreads giveaway, because somehow I won one of those. Oh, and one's from my local bookstore, and a few I stole from my mom. So that's the haul, so let's get through it. So my Amazon books, I have 2. One is White Fragility. It's just where I could find it, and I still need to read it. It is written by a white author, and it's meant to talk to, I think, primarily a white or non-black audience about figuring out your complacency in this system and how to address that and become, I don't know, more aware of it. I think the first step's awareness, and I think there are also, in theory, some good steps in here. So I am very looking forward to reading that and then passing it along to people in the family. That's definitely a book that's going to make the rounds. And you guys have already seen this one, but I was reading The Killing Moon with a bunch of people, and I needed a physical copy. It has a really good glossary, and I knew I was going to like it. So I bought it, and I wanted it for the buddy read, so I used Amazon because 2-day shipping isn't really a joke. It's pretty great. Now, I think those are the only ones I bought on Amazon because I don't like how Amazon treats their books. For a place that started as a book website, man, I had to return my first copy of The Killing Moon because it came to me beat up. It's like, no, I spent new book money on this book. It's going to be new. So then, it's a whole process to return a thing and get a new thing. It's very frustrating. But I really liked how Sister Sci-Fi delivered them, and Book Depository, and the Goodreads giveaway. So the rest of these, I have no issues with how they got me my books. The Goodreads giveaway is Mexican Gothics. This is the arc I got. Again, I know I've talked about this, but this cover, guys, like, this is beautiful. I don't know what this is about. It's a Gothic horror, presumably about a female main character. I think there's at this house something creepy is going to happen. It's a thriller. I'm not trying to look into it, but it's gorgeous. And I think its book birthday was June 30th. So the week you're seeing this, like that Tuesday. So this is now available in hardback in the US. I don't know other countries. I'm stuck in the US where almost everything is hardback the first time around for like its first year, which doesn't bother me because I like to collect the hardbacks, but in terms of price, that's kind of annoying. And then I continued my Jemisin buying spree by getting the entire Inheritance trilogy. So I like these covers the best. So real briefly, this is the first one, The 100,000 Kingdoms. The second one is The Broken Kingdoms. And then the third one is The Kingdom of Gods. So this one's really hard to find. Actually, when I first bought it, they sent me this one, which is not the same. And I can't return it because it would cost the price of the book for me to ship it back. So if anyone is collecting this version and just wants to like pay for shipping or something, I will give it to you. I don't really care. That is just a sunk cost at this point because I finally got this one. And I'm just so excited. I am going to gush about this series later in a different video, but it's wonderful is really all you need to know. It's about a world that is very interactive with gods and deities, and it takes place over about 100 years. And yeah, it's just great. It's like, what do you have happen when you have gods that are involved? Like, imagine if you got to read Greek mythology, but it's a different mythology. So it's different characters, different stories, different shenanigans, different powers. It's really, really cool. And as someone who loves almost all mythology, I really liked it. Plus, I love Jemisin's authorial voice, her narrative structure choices, her characters, her world building. So yeah, really like it. I'm going to try and stop gushing. I also got The Shadowed Sun, which is the second Dreamblood book, and you will be seeing a review of this. And yeah, The Killing Moon, probably tomorrow, maybe Sunday. It's coming up the weekend after this video is live, And this is my favorite in the duology. It has a love story that stole my heart. It's so good. And I love how beautiful this cover is. Like, guys, just it's gorgeous. I don't know what else to say. So I'm very, very happy about this purchase. So yeah, those were all of the things I got from Book Depository. And now we're going to go into the things I stole from my mother and what I got from my local bookstore. So local bookstore first, the Rithmatist by Brandon Sanderson. I actually bought this like in February. But I didn't show you guys because I honestly until April have not purchased like anything. And this is Sanderson's middle grade. I don't know what it's about. I don't read middle grade often, but I read a lot of Sanderson. And this cover was just too cute. Like it's so small, so I like how small it is, and I like that the art is directly on the hardback. So yeah, I bought it. That was a spur of the moment decision. No plan to read it anytime soon. Just like I have a gift card, I see a book, I'm going to buy it. And the first book I stole from my mother is Foundryside, because I want to reread it before I read Showerfall, because I think I mentioned in a previous video, I remember the magic system for the most part. I remember about what happened, but like this whole ending part, I don't remember much. And so yeah, and my mom's even already read Shorefall. She's so ahead of me in this series. And she's reading the Divine Cities trilogy right now and is already on City of Miracles. She's been powering through, which she doesn't usually read that fast unless she loves it, but she went straight through the Broken Earth trilogy, and she went straight through the Divine Cities trilogy, so if you like either or of those things, you'll probably like the other. And my mom's not like, she's a big reader, but she's not a fast reader, so, take that how you will. And the last one I stole was LaRose. And actually, this was one I gave to my grandmother, and then she gave it to my mom to read, because we do this book shuffle thing, so we all read books we think we all would like. And yeah, so this one, I love this one. This is a story about 1999 North Dakota life on the border of a reservation in an American town. And you have these two families who are related. The wives are half-sisters, but they are very different. One is definitely more attached to their native roots and the other one is not. And what happens in this story is that the father of the family on the reservation accidentally kills the son while hunting of the family in the American town. And to atone for this, they give their son, LaRose, to this other family to raise. So there's kind of this co-raising of this child, and it's about grief, and it's about healing. It's also just about life in like the early 2Ks, and I love it. I don't know if it's a contemporary or a historical fiction. I mean, it's history, but it's very near history, and I really, really like it. And I really, really like this cover. We got the roses on fire, and it's just, I like the colors. I've also read another work by this author, and I really like her voice, so I want to read more of her stuff. So, yeah, that's the book haul, and so now I'm going to go be a crazy person and try and stack all these books, and it's going to be hard, but I'm going to try. So, yeah, what has been your most exciting book mail? It can be library book mail, it can be store book mail. Let me know down in the comments. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.